for Pisces for December of 17 and January, February, March of 18. I split the energies masculine and feminine so as to focus more intently on the issues at hand here. The first card I get for the Pisces feminines is contentment. This is their pregnancy card of the deck. So be aware that you may have some issues there where you become pregnant or are in a situation of birthing some new project. Could be a new career direction, could be something. But nonetheless, it's something exciting and something you want to look forward to. Birthing of energy in that way. Contentment with that as well. So the next card I get is strategy. I feel like on the heels of this contentment here, there is some strategy that has to be put forth, laid down in order to accommodate the new direction and new energy that's coming. And again, this can be an energy direction, can also be a birth. So if it's a birth, then you're, accommodating. We got to make some strategy here to accommodate this new energy that's coming in. So know that that is in the air. There's some manipulation of things that has to happen in order to make things perfectly right. The next card I get is self-trust. So self-trust is something I think that though we have not, come to the fullest extent of this energy within the Pisces female, I feel like they are on the verge of understanding what that means to them. They are learning to trust themselves, learning to trust their own judgment, and learning to move forward with that. So it's very much on the corner of the spread. So it is something that can be batted off and overlooked, but it is there's a certain strength here nonetheless. And when I look at the cards, it's really, it has, she's got the fiery red hair and the green background. It's a very healing energy. So I feel like this is something that wants to permeate the reading, and the rest of the reading is kind of dulled out. So we have to keep in mind that there is something off center here that we're doing right. The self-trust, we have to be aware of that it's working for us in a good way. So the next card I get is reduction. So we may have a situation where we had to reduce something, take something out of our lives in order to make things more manageable. So the reduction, when I think of reduction, I think of kind of like don't take it personally. I got to get rid of this. It's kind of more like a business decision. Not to say that it's strictly in business, but that's the mental capacity when this decision is made. It's like, no, I have to get rid of this. That's it. You move on. There's kind of emotionless situation that this is made. So the reduction of whatever it is, and like I say, it could be a friend that no longer works, a relationship that no longer works, a job that no longer works, something in your life that no longer works. You get rid of it, you cut it out, and that's it. There's no emotion involved, but there is a contentment after the process is done. Like, yeah, okay, I've done that, that's it. But very much a lack of emotion here. So the next card I get is beauty. Now, beauty comes on the heels of self-trust. So that's an expansion on self-trust, right? So the more that we trust ourselves, the more beautiful that we authentically become, right? And that's the key word here is authentic self. If we're trusting ourselves and what we think and feel and all of that, then it becomes a source of the beauty from within that shines outward. So I feel like the beauty and the reduction, I feel, the expansion of the self-trust creates the beauty, which in turn created that internal power needed to reduce the thing that they had in their lives that no longer was working. Now we end up at strength. And this is all in line, right? Self-trust, the one side of this triangle here is self-trust, beauty, and strength. So we're gaining our trust in ourselves, making decisions from it, becoming more beautiful in the process. And then there's a strength that comes from that just down the line, just that backbone, right? Yeah, I know I did the right thing, and there's the strength. Now, on the other side, we have contentment, reduction, and strength. So the contentment is a birthing of that new project, that thing that's coming into view. And we have to watch because we just cut things away that we don't want to do that in the future. We want to make better, classier decisions. I'm saying classier, but classic decisions where we're going, where we're headed. We don't want to veer off. That's really what I'm getting a sense here. The fish wants to just swim all over randomly. And it's like, no, we have a pool here. We have a school here. We have a school of thought, and we need to stay in that. Don't veer from that. And that's where you're going to gain your strength. And there's contentment in the corner, self-trust. There's a strategy here moving forward. So there's an awareness of what we did and how we did it. So we just have to keep that in mind moving forward. So that's good. It's a good energy. We just have to watch for things coming at us sideways. We don't want to let anything else in that is going to have to be reduced in the future. So we have to keep with the self-trust and work with that strategy to make that happen. Now, I pulled 3 tarot cards to kind of emphasize any type of situation the Pisces may be going through. And the first card I get is the King of Cups. So this could be a male coming in, right, for the Pisces female, offering love. And the King of Cups is very much in charge of his emotions. He's not emotionally frivolous. He knows where his emotions sit. He's in charge of them, and he takes control of them. So that's sitting there right by the self-trust. So know that this man may be attracted to the fact that you know those things that you know about yourself, that you trust your own opinion moving forward. That is very attractive to this male coming at you. Now, the next card I get is the Ace of Cups. So, and it's behind this male, and this is interesting. So the Ace of Cups is right underneath this King of Cups. So we have, you know, the man, right? And he's in charge of his emotions. He's intuitive. He's, you know, he's very compassionate and warm and caring and loving and kind. And then we have the Ace of Cups to kind of up that ante. Not only that, he's passionate, and, you know, it ups everything to a certain level, and he's looking in your direction, right? And specifically in the self-trust, looking at your self-trust, okay? And wanting, in a compassionate way, wanting to be on that side of things. Now, the next card I get is the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is really turning your back and going in a different direction. So there may be a man here coming into your life over the holidays or after or during that has really got a lot of passion and a lot of care and kindness and everything going for him. But there's something here that I feel like the woman is not making. She's not going to make this choice to go into that relationship. She's turning her back on it. I'm kind of getting a question mark as to why. Because it seems like this person is valid and a lot of emotions in the way of going towards that Pisces with a lot of emotion, a lot of passion. And that was the word they gave me, was passion. There's compassion, passion, emotions, kindness, all of that going in her direction. And I mean, it's backed by all of the emotions overflowing. So he's got enough to fill his own cup, and now he's going outward and he chooses your direction, and yet there's a turning of the back and walking in another direction. So whatever happens there, it seems to be there's an offer here of love in a very passionate, excitable way that is going to be turned down. Now, the next cards I have a surrender, power of surrender card. That is usually attributed to something you either have to give up or accentuate within yourself. And then I have a fortune card. So the power of surrender card I picked for the Pisces female is surrender to silence. In quiet meditation or contemplation, let go and enter the stillness within. Silence can heal and replenish you. So this is something I think everybody needs to do in order to be conscious and aware, is to create that stillness where you can hear the guidance that is coming from the universal energies that need to guide you in the right ways, right? Or trying to guide you along your path, but quicker, faster than you can perceive. So we need to tap into that, every one of us. But for the most part, I feel like, because this is very akin to the Ace of Cups here, I feel like we have to tune into our emotional side here along with the silence. I think we need to silence and let the emotions flow, because I have a feeling here that this Eight of Cups going in that direction, that it's the wrong thing to do. I hate to say that, but I feel like there's something wrong with it. Either there's someone here that has turned you off or you're turning away from. And I get a sense like, no, I don't want, I don't want, I don't want. So whether it's bad timing, wrong person, or what you perceive, or you're not seeing things, whatever. I don't know what the situation is. All I know is that there's a valid person here with genuine feelings coming at you, but you're just absolutely not in any way wanting anything to do with that. So you turn your back. And the silence is there to kind of gain you some insight as to what's going on. I think not to reverse that. I feel like that is laid in stone. I feel like the decision to walk away is laid in stone. And I don't feel it's like we indulge and then it's like, nope, we just completely turn it off. And that's it. We're not going there at all. We're not touching nothing. We're stopping it. So that's the energy. And I feel like the universe kind of going, we need to take a second look here. We need to look at this more closely for whatever reason. So when you still and quiet yourself, you'll find out what those reasons are, and you'll find out what it means and where, what kind of decisions you have to make from there. Now, the next card I get is the Fortune card, and it is the Cracker. It says positive energy surrounds you, love, joy, and good fortune awaits. So I feel like there may be some lessons here that they're bashing off, and I don't know. From my own personal experience, I'm thinking that this has more to do with, I'm fed up. I don't want to go in any direction anymore. So just leave me alone. And it may simply be that. It may just be, just leave me alone. I don't want nobody doing nothing nowhere. So it may be a situation like that. But the sense I'm getting is there's a real validity here to the feelings and the passion that is coming from this male in order to move forward. So you have to look at that. And the silence here, I think, is more of a spiritual connection to get back into your intuition. I don't see that you're completely out of it. You have a self-trust here and a contentment with where you are. So you have to just tune back into that energy and let it work for you. And then the Cracker's just saying, you know what, there's good things coming, so keep your eyes open. So, again, I don't want to say it's a bad move, but I get a sense from the energy that there's something valid there that you can gain, but you're just turning your back on it for whatever reason, and that's something that you've got to live with. So, yeah. I feel like no matter me telling you that, you realizing it's not going to make a difference. But in the path of things, I just feel like there's something off about that energy. So I'll leave it at that. But anyway, so that is the Pisces female reading for December of 2017 into January, February, March of 2018. So hopefully that clarifies things. There's a little bit between the Aquarius and Pisces, there's a little bit of pregnancy issues that could come up. So be aware of that. If you're looking for it, then great, it's there for you. And if you're not, be aware that that is heavy energy that is sitting waiting to manifest. So in the meantime, if you're celebrating Christmas, have a happy Christmas and a Merry New Year, and take care, be safe, have fun, and be kind.